Last time, Chloe sent 5,000 words of fanfiction to the entire school. Marcus threatened to destroy her. She replied with a smiling emoji. This is part 2. The homeroom chat was quiet. Mostly. A few shocked reaction emojis dropped here and there. People were definitely talking, just not where she could see it. Marcus, on the other hand, was not quiet at all. The second she unlocked her phone, she was buried. Dozens of furious texts, missed calls stacked on top of each other. Holy shit, Chloe. Are you completely psychotic? What the fuck is this garbage you posted? How the hell am I supposed to look my boys in the face today? If you have any guts, show up to school. I am going to end you. She stared at the screen for a moment. Then she replied with a single smirking emoji. Since he was openly threatening to destroy her, going to school was off the table. She had zero interest in getting jumped. She told her parents she was sick. They called Mr. Harris without hesitation. She was a quiet, model student, a lot of credibility in the bank. Mr. Harris approved 2 days off, without a second thought. Her parents told her to call if she got worse. Then they left for work. She cracked her knuckles. Now she could write in peace. Country romance trope. Coming right up, she wrote about Dylan working in the fields, looking up to see Marcus walking over with lunch soft, delicate, skinny arms and legs, but blessed with an incredibly round, full rear end poured tightly into a pair of black denim jeans. With every step he took, it bounced in 3 directions. Dylan dug into the dirt and spat. Shameless tease with a shameless body. Non-con sharing trope, coming right up. Marcus and Tyler's first time was not exactly pleasant. Tyler was not a gentleman. It honestly bordered on assault. But Marcus took it willingly. What he did not expect was that he would also have to service Tyler's 2 brothers, Dylan and Josh. Stepmom trope. Check Omegaverse. Check sister-in-law. Check immoral taboo. Check forbidding campus romance. Check for the first time in her life, she was genuinely glad she was an absolute garbage can reader. She had consumed every degenerate trope under the sun. She had a bottomless well of material, and the motivational power of pure spite was absolutely incredible. Over 2 days, she pounded out 8 complete fics, checked off every classmate on her list. Select, send, platforms, post, publish, then she stopped. Looked at the screen. No, still not enough. She cropped the guys' faces from a class photo. On an AI generation platform, she rendered over a dozen explicit hardcore images. Then she mocked up dozens of fake, highly graphic chat logs of the brothers hooking up, zipped it all into a folder, blasted it everywhere. She sat back and exhaled. That hit the spot. When the final bell rang that afternoon, the homeroom chat exploded. Marcus wrote, "This bitch has actually lost her mind." Dylan wrote, "Stop posting this shit right now or I am coming for you." Tyler wrote, "These chat logs are fake. We didn't write any of this." Josh wrote, "What the fuck is wrong with your head?" She screenshotted comments flooding in from her followers. "We're eating so good today. The ship is real. Wishing them longevity and happiness." She replied to the group chat with a massive grinning emoji. Dylan swore at her again. She replied that she completely understood their bond, said a brother's love was the sweetest thing of all. Then she put her phone down and drifted off to a beautiful sleep. Live for today. As long as she got her revenge, nothing else mattered. The day she came back to school, the 4 of them cornered her the second she walked in. Marcus lunged like he was going to hit her. She stepped back fast and whipped a meat cleaver straight out of her backpack. If someone had promised to beat her up, did they really expect her to show up unarmed? The 4 of them scrambled backward in pure panic. The rest of the class forgot to breathe. Marcus screamed at her, "Delete all that disgusting garbage right now, or else." She held the cleaver steady. "I'm not deleting anything, and I'm bringing this every single day. If you want to try me, we can all go down together." She swung it once. "Come on, come get it." Tyler's voice cracked. "Distributing explicit material is a crime. Delete it right now, or we're calling the cops." She tilted her head. "Oh, so spreading fake nudes isn't a crime? Don't think I don't know how you faked those chat logs. I screenshotted everything. Call the cops. I'll call them too. We can all rot in jail together." Dylan's voice went high. "We're all guys. It's not like that at all." "Who's to say?" she hummed. A few classmates nearby were already losing the battle against laughter. Marcus completely snapped. He lunged. She gritted her teeth and started swinging. "Knock it off!" The class president sprinted in from the hallway, gasping. "Mr. Harris is coming. Sit down right now." The 4 of them glared at her with pure murder, stomped back to their seats, and slammed themselves down. She slid the cleaver back into her bag. Cold scoff. Sat down. During class, Emily tugged her sleeve and passed a note. What you wrote has spread through the whole school. Those guys are furious. Watch your back. She scribbled back. They started it by spreading fake nudes of me. Why shouldn't I fight back? Emily's reply slid over. They've been laughed at so hard they can barely show their faces. She wrote one last line and passed it back. I don't care. Dragging everyone down with me feels a lot better than suffering alone. Hurting by myself is boring. I'm going to make sure they get pointed at right alongside me. Walking around school that afternoon, she kept hearing it everywhere. Yo, the boyfriends are back together. Love is real. The girl in your class is a genius. She really saw you for who you were. Marcus and his crew tried to start fights, which only drew bigger crowds laughing harder. Oh, he's mad. He's really mad. Marcus, your husbands are popping off. You're so lucky. 3 different husbands protecting you. Some guys limp-wristed their hands and whined in fake voices. Husband, say something. Hiding at a distance, Chloe was smiling so hard her jaw hurt. Marcus pointed at the ringleader with shaking fingers. You better watch your back. Wait for what? To watch you guys rail each other? The crowd lost it. Marcus tackled the guy. A massive brawl erupted on the spot. Hall monitors came running. Both sides got dragged straight to the discipline office. The 4 of them came back, looking like they wanted to commit actual murder. Mr. Harris followed behind them, looking even worse. He screamed at them until he ran out of breath. Never once brought her into it. She knew. They were too humiliated to explain what the fight was actually about. She ducked her head and stifled a laugh. When she peeked up, she locked eyes with Marcus, blazing, hateful, absolute. When the final bell rang, she packed her bag at full speed and bolted for the gates. She almost made it. Right before the exit, the 4 of them cut her off. Marcus's eyes were bloodshot. He shoved her hard against the brick wall and pressed his forearm into her throat. Delete that garbage right now, or I will beat you to death. She was terrified, honestly, but staring directly into her enemy's face, her pride simply refused to cooperate. She stiffened her neck and forced a cold sneer. Why are you allowed to spread rumors about me? But I'm not allowed to write stories about you. When you were ruining my life, did you not expect the exact same treatment? That is completely different, he snarled. Delete it right now. I'm not deleting anything. She held his gaze. Go tell the teachers if you have the guts. Tell the whole school I wrote about you and your brothers. Let's see who ends up humiliated. The vein in his forehead pulsed. He yanked his fist back. She was ready. She drove her knee straight up into his groin. The second he groaned and dropped his grip, she spun and ran, full sprint, pure adrenaline. The other 3 lunged. She dodged all of them, in ways she could not explain afterward. She could hear them right behind her, screaming, pounding the pavement. An Uber was idling at the curb. She made a beeline, screaming the whole way. She yanked the door open and threw herself sideways into the back seat. Locked the doors, hit the gas. The driver, who had been smoking peacefully, stared at her with his mouth open. The 4 guys were maybe 12 yards back. He let out a slightly speechless chuckle. Kid, is your school filming an action movie? Go, go, go. Those guys are going to kill me. She was smacking his headrest with both hands. Wild. He flicked his cigarette ash, rolled up the window and floored it. The car shot forward, leaving the 4 of them standing on the curb, grinding their teeth. She rolled her window down, looked back, and screamed, I'm going home to write more tonight. When he pulled up to her complex, she grabbed her bag. How much is the fare? $58. She stared at the meter. Doesn't it say $8 right here? He exhaled a slow cloud of smoke. The getaway fee is $50. She thought about it for 2 seconds, transferred him the money, not the time to haggle. That night, she borrowed her mom's phone, pulled up the PTA group chat, found Marcus's parents, sent a friend request from her burner account. The moment they accepted, she took everything she had written over the past few days, named the file Marcus's in-school conduct report, and sent the entire package directly to their chat. She waited, named the file Marcus's in-school conduct report, just long enough to see it delivered. Then she blocked and deleted them instantly. She had one more thing left to do. The school ran a daily midday broadcast. Every homeroom took turns hosting, and she just happened to be the broadcaster for homeroom 6. She walked into the Bronx room the next day at lunch, adjusted the microphone, locked the heavy studio door for the very first time, pulled out the manuscript she had rehearsed dozens of times the night before, and began. Wake up your ears, touch your soul. Sharing warmth through the airwaves, passing energy through stories. Welcome to the campus voice. I'm your host for today, Chloe. The story I'm sharing today is titled, More Than Friends, Not Quite Lovers. Secret love is a bitter candy. This was the 10th year Marcus had known the three of them. The label of brothers acted as a shield. Behind this shield, he could express wildly inappropriate, overly intimate affection. It gave him the illusion that in their hearts, he was completely irreplaceable. But at the same time, the label of friend was a shackle terrifying him from crossing the line. Sometimes, watching them flirt with other people, he could only swallow the bitter jealousy in silence, because he knew he had no right to be jealous, let alone the standing to show it. This pseudo-intimacy anesthetized Marcus every single second, dragging him deeper into the abyss. The jealousy that flared up constantly kept devouring his heart. Josh, Dylan, Tyler. They were the softest corner of his soul. He wanted to own them. He wanted to monopolize them. As her voice moved through every speaker on campus, the world went a little sideways. Guys playing basketball froze mid-shot. Students sweeping classrooms jerked their heads up. In the faculty offices, teachers grading papers slowly furrowed their brows. She kept going. Marcus suddenly let out a cold laugh, grabbed Tyler by the collar, and kissed him viciously. "You don't need to show off how much that bitch loves you. I don't want to hear it. Do you understand?" The faculty advisor started Tyler by the collar and kissed him viciously. "You don't need to show off how much that bitch loves you. I don't want to hear it." Started hammering on the door. "Chloe, what the hell are you reading? Open this door right now." The door rattled hard. She swallowed and sped up. Josh pudding. "Open this door right now." The door rattled, punched Dylan right in the face, his eyes bloodshot. "Didn't you say you would always treat Marcus right? Look at what you've done. Where do you think those sneakers you're wearing came from?" He threw away his dignity and traded himself to a 60-year-old sugar daddy. Marcus slept with him for 3 days just to buy you those shoes. The crowd outside the door was already massive. She could hear Marcus and his crew screaming in absolute unhinged fury. "Chloe, open this door right now. I am going to murder you today." Teachers shouting. Students craning. Pure riot. She finished the climax at double speed. The door flew open with a massive bang. She yanked the microphone close one last time. This story is based on true events from certain students in Homeroom 6. Thank you to them for opening their hearts and being willing to share their authentic experiences. The next second, the teacher who charged in yanked her straight out of the broadcasting room. If you think the broadcast was unhinged, you are not ready for part 3. The parents get involved next, and that is when the real violence begins. Subscribe, because she is nowhere near done.